body, if we are having rectangular body, okay, let's say we are having rectangular body, we will have the length, we will have width, we will have length, width and height, okay. So we can say that we have length, width and thickness, okay. So this is the volume L B T, okay. This is the volume of the rectangular member, and we are having some kind of loading acting on the body, and we want to calculate the volumetric strain in case of rectangular body, okay. How we are going to calculate? This is equal to del V by V, delta V by V. Now the partial differentiation, we are differentiating this equation. Partial differentiation of this equation will be equal to, first 2 dimension we are taking constant, then differentiation of third one plus, this is the mathematical equation, then the L T constant and del B plus Bt constant and del L, okay. Now divide this equation. We have done the partial differentiation of equation number 1. First take 2 constants and differentiate third term, then again take 2 constant, differentiate second term, then again 2 constant and differentiate first term, then change in the volume, divided by volume, okay. Divide by, because we have to calculate del B by V, divide by volume, okay, and volume is equal to LBT, okay. So LB del T by V is nothing but LBT plus the second term LT del B by LBT plus BT del L by LBT, okay. So this one is divided, we can cancel out these terms, and BB cancel out, TT cancel out, we can say del T by T plus del B by B plus del L by L. So this is del V by V, means volumetric strain in case of rectangular member is the strain in, we can say this is the x direction, this is the y direction and this is the z direction. So we can say the normal strain in x direction, this is the normal strain, longitudinal strain, okay. X direction, this is y direction and this is the z direction. So for calculating the volumetric strain for rectangular member is the summation of strain in x direction, y direction and z direction, okay. That is clear. Now if we are taking the cylindrical body, the second body is the cylindrical body. If we are taking the cylindrical body, okay, in cylindrical body the volume is pi by 4 into d square into L, pi by 4 d square into L, okay. In the same manner, partial differentiation, pi by 4 we can take outside, here we will have L, then d square, differentiation of d square will be 2 del 2 d del d plus d square, here we will have del L divided by V divided by V, or V is equal to pi by 4 into d square into L. This pi by 4 cancel out, divide this quantity by this one, this quantity by this one, then we can have L 2 d del d divided by d square into L plus d square del L by d square into L. This one cancel out, 2 we will have 2 LL dd, means 2 del d divided by d plus del L by L. So we can say that the strain in x direction plus 2 times of strain in the y direction, 2 times of strain in the y direction, or we can say sigma x plus 2 times of sigma y. Clearly not we can write sigma y, but it is the strain in the perpendicular to the longitudinal, or we can say strain in the d direction, okay. So this will be equal to del V by V means volumetric strain in case of cylindrical body. Okay. Now the spherical body. Spherical body. If the body is spherical, then we can say that volume is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay. Then partial differentiation del V will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube differentiation 3 r square into del r divided by volume 4 upon 3 pi 4 upon 3 pi 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay, this one cancel out, pi cancel out. Here we will have 3 del r by r. Okay, so del V by V will be equal to 3 del r by r, or we can say 3 del d by d. In terms of diameter, we can also write d by V means the strain in the diameter direction multiplied by 3 times will give the volumetric strain for the spherical body. Okay. So this is it for today. We have discussed the strain, types of strain, we have discussed the strain, we have discussed the strain, types of strain. We will have two types of strain: longitudinal strain, lateral strain, and volumetric strain. These two may be compressive in nature or tensile in nature, means positive in nature and negative in nature. Longitudinal strain towards the strain in the direction of applied load. Then we have lateral strain in the perpendicular direction. Then we have volumetric strain in the volume, means the change in the volume divided by the original volume. Okay. And volumetric strain we have calculated for three bodies. One is the rectangular body. The answer is sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z, means simply in the problem we can calculate these values. Okay, we can calculate epsilon x, we can calculate epsilon y, we can calculate epsilon z, and addition of these three will give the volumetric strain for the rectangular body. Okay, so first we have to take care the body. If the body is rectangular, then we can say that yes, the volumetric strain is the addition of these three normal strains. Okay, then we have the cylindrical. In the final result of cylindrical strain is equal to epsilon x, means epsilon x plus 2 times of epsilon, let's say in the dimension or in the direction of, this is the length direction, or we can say strain in the longitudinal direction and strain in the lateral direction. So by adding these values we can calculate 2 times of, because here we have d square, so this will be 2d plus l. Okay, 2 epsilon d plus epsilon l. And third one is this one is the second one, third one is the spherical body, and in case of spherical body here we have this cube. Then finally we are having 3 times of strain in the diameter direction. Okay, so we can calculate these three values. The rest part is the shear strain, that one we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, then thank you.